They're already sort of oozing out. They're literally going to explode like a volcano, I hope. Hey guys, it's Gaz and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I actually have a sexy dessert for you today. This is the perfect Christmas dessert. Well, for me anyway. Most people have Christmas puddings, but I'm going to do a chocolate pudding. And this is melt in the middle, served with some Kirsch boozy cherries. Honestly, they're beautiful. And it's actually an exclusive recipe from my cookbook. I've just tinkered it slightly to make it Christmassy. And this is how I make it. So first up, let's prepare the wet ingredients, which we're going to eventually add into the dry ingredients. So in a saucepan, add 1 cup of soya milk or nut milk of your choice. Half a cup of vegan margarine. You can actually use coconut oil also. Next, 4 tablespoons of egg replacement, and all that is just sort of ground up chia seeds mixed with a little bit of water, so it goes into a sort of gloopy consistency, which just replicates egg. Next, add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla bean paste. Right, give this a little mix up and let's pop it on the stove and let it melt down until it's nice and smooth. Right, let's let this melt down a little bit. I'm going to grab a mixing bowl and prepare the dry ingredients. To a mixing bowl, add 2 cups of plain flour. Add 3 tablespoons of cacao powder, 1 cup of unrefined caster sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and as it's Christmas, a little bit of cinnamon. And I actually have some of the most amazing cinnamon. Oh wow, that is that's how cinnamon should smell. And this cinnamon is from Nom Living, and it's actually inside. This actual container is cinnamon itself. So if I wanted to, I could grate that into it, but there's no point because it makes a really nice container. So just a little pinch of that. It's really strong and smells beautiful. I'll pop the link below for this stuff, it's great. So I'm going to give this a mix up, make sure it's really well mixed together. Right, so this actually makes 8 melt in the middle pots, but just for filming purposes, I'm going to show you 4. If you only have 4 tins, I recommend actually putting this mix into just a cake tin, and it's a lovely cake on its own in general. But to make it have that really nice melt in the middle chocolate flowing out of it, I've pre-made some ganache. So all it is just 1.5 cups of chocolate and 1 cup of hot soy milk, which I poured over the top, popped it in here and into the fridge. But the full recipe will be in my book, as I said before. Right, let's just check on our wet mixture. Once the wet mix is smooth, pour it into the dry mix. Using a figure of 8 motion, mix the wet and dry together. Right, now that I've mixed this together, let's get it in to our pudding tins, and I've just lightly oiled them. I just want to fill them halfway high, like so. Right, so there's 2 tablespoons of the mix in each one, and now it's time to get a nice bit of this chocolate ganache into each one. If you don't want to make the ganache, you can just put a couple of cubes of chocolate in here, but by doing the ganache, it makes it really creamy, and it just adds a really velvetyness when it sort of melts out when you eventually cut into the finished pudding. So I'm adding about a tablespoon into each one, right in the center. The more you put in, the more of a runny center you're gonna have. Right, next, spoon over some more of this lovely chocolate cake mix. Now this is where you need to be a slightly bit more neater than I was when I first put it in. So try not to get it down the sides or around the top of the tin. Make sure that you're covering the ganache filling properly. Now, as it's a recipe from my book, I decided to wear one of my hoodies that celebrates my book Vegan 100. If you like them, there's still a few available left on my website. And there we go. So, as I said to you, this makes a few more puddings. I'm going to set this aside and probably put this in a loaf tin and cook it after. It'll taste great like that, just on its own. Level out the cake mix, making sure it's nice and neat. Then clean off any excess mixture off the side of the tins. Right, now it's time to put these in a preheated oven set at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes, but check them after around 10 to 12 because you don't want to overcook them. So let's get them in. Right guys, it's been about 12 minutes. It's time to get these amazing chocolate fondants or chocolate Christmas melt in the middle pots out of the oven. But first, I just want to show you these Kirsch soaked cherries. Now Kirsch is vegan friendly and these just add the most amazing flavour. Obviously it's winter time, so fresh cherries aren't available, but these are incredible. They're slightly boozy, so if you don't have alcohol, just leave them off. You can use frozen berries, would work perfectly. So let's get them out of the oven. Oh wow. They've certainly risen. Look at that. I know they look a little bit too risen, but it's fine because as soon as we get them onto the plates, they'll shrink down a little bit and they'll turn into the most beautiful looking pots. Let's give it a try. I'm just going to go in. These are really hot. Ooh. So get your plate, turn it like that, push them down slightly, and then should come out like so. There you go, there's one. Just pressing down slightly to flatten it. They're literally waiting to burst open, I think. I can't wait to cut into them. I'm gonna do one more, just to show you that getting them out isn't a fluke. Give them a little shake, and then they come out like so. Oh, look at that. That one's literally escaped already. All right, here's my two hero ones. I'm just gonna get some of these beautiful cherries. Just pop them around. I'm also gonna garnish it with a little bit of mint on top like so. And the cocoa powder sprinkled over. Now, if anyone served me that on Christmas Day, I'd be over the moon. That is the ultimate treat. Can't wait to give it a try. I can't wait to cut into them. I'm hoping they're gonna sort of lava and all the beautiful melt in the middle chocolate's gonna come out. So let's see. Did you see how incredible and luxurious that looked when the chocolate was coming out? Just have a look at that. There's so much inside, it's just perfect. I can't wait to give this a try. Let me dig in. Oh my gosh. Forget Christmas. That's a Valentine's Day dessert. Oh my God, that is incredible. You have to try this. The full written recipe's in my book. I thought I'd give it to you early for Christmas. It's good for Valentine's Day, I promise you, just after tasting that, you need to try it. Don't forget, if you like this video, please like it, share and comment. Hit the bell if you want to be part of the notification gang, and please subscribe, and please pre-order my book. It's on Amazon now. I've probably got chocolate all over me. I've got it over my hand, probably around my mouth, but it's worth it. I'm gonna have another taste of this. It's unbelievable. I'm done, that's enough. That's amazing.